welcome to your darling program. Welcome to ABNCV Newspaper Review. Here with me, I have the Punch Super and I have the Tribune Newspaper. Firstly, we are going to feature into the Punch Super for today. 2027 suspense as Supreme Court delays PDP, ADC verdicts. The Supreme Court on Wednesday reserved judgment in the leadership to those within the People's Democratic Party and the African Democratic Congress, heightened uncertainty over the inside of the 2027 general elections. A few members panel of the Apex Court, led by Justice Mohamed Gaba, fixed no dates for judgments after hearing arguments from parties in separate appeals, challenging the crisis of the lower court on the disputes. The Independent National Electoral Commission has announced May 10 as a deadline for political parties to submit their membership party registers. It also fixed the presidential and National Assembly elections for Saturday, January 16, 2027. While the governorship and the State House of Assembly elections are scheduled for Saturday, February 6, 2027, the Commission further stated that party primaries, including the resolution of disputes arising from them, will be conducted from April 26, 2026 and May 30, 2026. 2027 suspense as Supreme Court delays PDP and ADC verdicts. The full text of these stories is inside the Punch for today. Another story here with me in the Punch for today. Insecurity, Senate seat campaign suspension in 8 northern states. The Senate on Wednesday called the federal government to consider for reaching emergency mayor, including the possible suspension of political activities in 8 frontline countries. The call, which underscored growing concern within the National Assembly, persons reportedly stayed since March 30, 2026. Another story here with me in the Punch for today. Jigawa Assembly order recovery of missing funds, sanction for erring officials. The Jigawa State House of Assembly has ordered the state government to recover missing public funds and sanction erring officials over financial irregularities uncovered in narrated accounts from 2019 to 2024. Punch Online gathered that the resolution followed the submission of a report by the House Committee on Public Accounts during plenary in duties on Wednesday. The report was presented to the Assembly by the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, Mr. Sonny Isaku. Presenting the report, Isaku said the committee had earlier conducted a public hearing and a comprehensive review of the audited accounts of the Jigawa State Government and the 2027 Local Government Councils from 2019 to 2024. Jigawa Assembly ordered recovery of missing funds, sanction for erring officials. The footage of these stories inside the Punch for today. And before we come back to the second edition of this program, we'd like to go for a break and listen to what we have for you now. Today we'll be right back for the second edition of this program.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network, ABN, will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
9894 Eastern Street, Suite 875, Houston, Texas 77036.
Contact phone 281-652-8396 and
832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural heritage.
And I hope you listen to what we are going to studio. Now to the second edition of this program, the Tribune Newspaper. And before we go to the second edition of this program, if you'd like to watch our live and direct on our social media page, you can follow us on Facebook, ABNCB Houston. Likewise, on our YouTube, you can follow us and click on ABNCB Nigeria as well. And on our Instagram, you can also like, share, comment, and subscribe on ABNCB Nigeria as well. And on our Twitter, you can also like, share, comment, and subscribe and click on ABNCB Houston. And now to the second edition of this program, the Tribune newspaper. Edon Digawa's resign, not sack presidency clarifies. Former ministers of finance and coordinating ministers of the economy, Mr. Wale Edon, and ex-ministers of housing and urban development, Ahmed Musa Dangua, voluntarily resigned from the Federal Executive Council and here not sacked, the presidency said yesterday. In a statement, the special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Ononuka, said Edon tendered his resignation on X ground ahead of the announcement of his replacement by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Edon, who turned 70 on Monday, has reportedly battled recent ill health, submitted resignation letters on his birthday to express gratitude to the President for this service. Edon and Digawa resign, not sack, presidency clarifies. The footage of these stories inside the Tribune newspaper for today. Another story here with me in the Tribune newspaper for today. CSO back call for Tinubu intervention in military pensions board disputes. A coalition of civil society organizations in the north has thrown its weight behind calls for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to intervene in a controversy surrounding the delay of resumption of the newly appointed chairman of the military pension board, retired High Vice Marshal Abubakar Idris Adamu. The group, led by the Arewa Renaissance movement, said they were aligning with the pensions earlier taken by the Security and Public Affairs Analyst Forum, which had urged the president to ensure immediate assumption office by the appointees. Speaking on behalf of ARM, its coordinator, Abba Umar, said the decision to support the forum was informed by its credibility and national outlook. Umar added that the group had no personal ties with the appointees, but was concerned about what is described as a disgrace for presidential authority. He argued that the situation raises broader constitutional concerns, warning that failure to address it could undermine the authority of the presidency. CSO back call for Tinubu intervention in military pension board disputes. The footage of these stories inside the Tribune newspaper for today. And that what we have on our newspaper review. If you'd like to follow us live and direct on our social media page, you can follow us, like, share, comment, and subscribe. On our Facebook, you can click on like, subscribe, and like, and click on ABNCB Houston. Likewise, on our social media page on YouTube, you can follow us on ABNCB Nigeria as well. On our Instagram, like, comment, subscribe, and comment, and click on ABNCB Nigeria. And lastly, on our Twitter, you can also follow us on ABNCB Houston. And for those of you that are also using TikTok, you can also follow us, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and click on ABNCB Nigeria. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching, and I wish you a blessed and prosperous day ahead. My name is Kenny Afolabi. Bye for now.